That's the same thing as last year and the year before, is trying to coordinate the event so that everybody's safe and the property's safe and the public's safe, as well as coordinate for the funding of the event. It's a private event and typically has been funded by the county coffers.
Before this was a city event, now it was given to PAVE, so it is a private event. So the Nye County Sheriff's Office now has to look for funds by getting it either from the town of Pahrump or from the Nye County Commissioners. This item was not on the agenda, though, today.
No, what occurred today was a public hearing for the approval of the permit for the Fall Festival. There's no discussion mentioned or made about who's going to fund it and who's going to pay for it.
Last year, one of the issues was how are we going to pay for this? And then you also have to schedule your officers to be on on the schedule actually for that time during the Pahrump Fair and Festival and the parade. You need approximately 2 weeks ahead of time to put them on the schedule. Is this item going to come up for funding? Do we know where you're getting the funding at this point?
At this point, it's being worked out with the paved organization, and I got to tell you, Sergeant Jackson and the troops down here were great in throwing their personal lives aside last year to work the event on like 3 days' notice. She did a very good job coordinating it, getting it scheduled, and all the troops that worked it, all the personnel that worked it. Like I said, pretty much set whatever plans they had aside so they could help out and work the event.
Paved is looking at possibly hiring private security and the Nye County Sheriff's Office in coordination, or just the Nye County Sheriff's Office or officers outside that aren't on the schedule. Are you going to be giving them kind of a idea of what we're looking at as far as numbers at a certain point?
Yeah, Paul is supposed to be emailing me or faxing me a exact list of what staffing level she wants, and then I'm going to work to meet that.
Let's talk about the private security and their police powers. If they decide to, in fact, have private security and the Nye County Sheriff's Office. And by the way, the Nye County Sheriff's Office still has to actually beef up the force on those days anyways.
Yes, yeah, and that was also part of the discussion and figuring out for the funding, is because it still requires some level of presence at the park for assistance, for transports. We still have the lost children matter to take care of and things like that we still have public safety issues to deal with down there.